Hey everybody, I want to go ahead and welcome you to today's team call with Inspiration Nation, our team call every Thursday. We're going to have a great topic today. I'm looking forward to it. Everybody grab your pen and paper. You're going to want to take some serious notes. This lady's an amazing, terrific person. I didn't really start getting results until I started putting people in front of her. So this is definitely a lady that you definitely want to listen to. Grab a pen and paper and always be taking notes when you get in front of her. So the floor is yours, Melody.
Well, thank you so much, Scott. I told everybody to mute themselves, and then I wasn't muted. I'm so sorry. Even I'm still learning. I guess if I can do this, anybody can do it, right? Today's topic for our call, and thank you everyone for showing up, for spending time with us. This is a time where we have to bond with each other. I want you guys, especially all you new people with our family, we want to welcome you. We're growing so fast right now, and I can't tell you, Mr. Scott Kloster is keeping me so busy. Doug, wow. You're growing so much. You really got some momentum going there. John, I know you're probably watching from work right now, but I want to give a big shout out to John too, because there are so many people right now that are really growing, that are really adhering to the training here with Life Mechanics University. And I got to get used to saying that instead of Unlimited Profits, but Life Mechanic University. We are a digital education, and I want you guys to realize this is to educate yourself, to change your life. The lifestyle that you're living right now can change just like it did mine, and just like it did Doug's, and just like it did Scott's. It's incredible what we can get here from Robert Hollis. But today I want to talk about posture, because I know we all have that learning curve, and I'm still learning too. But I did learn that when I changed my posture and how I was talking to people, that I started to get different results. People responded to me differently. And, it's so important. But first, I want to share with you a really quick video from Mr. Ray Higdon. He's an amazing leader, trainer, very successful man. And, he talks a little bit, he teaches a little bit about posture. And I had taken several notes from this, but I wanted to share this with you, because I think if you guys can get not only your limiting beliefs, beyond your limiting beliefs, and realize the value of what you have, but if you can get your posture right, that's going to help you a whole lot more too. So I'm really excited to share this with you. So let me see if I can do this without losing you here. Oh, I got to share my screen, don't I? Let me turn my volume up. So hopefully you guys can hear this. This is great video. Okay, you guys should be able to see my screen. Oops.
Hi, this is Ray Higdon, and today I'm going to share with you all about posture. You've probably heard about you got to maintain your posture when you're prospecting people, cold market, warm market, online, offline. So today I'm going to share with you how to hold your posture. I'm going to give you a few examples, so stay tuned. Okay, so what is posture? Well, I define posture as knowing what you have without the need for outside acceptance or approval, right? And my most famous example that I use all the time is from one of the Matrix movies where Morpheus believes that Neo is the one, and someone says, well, some people don't believe that, and Morpheus says, my belief doesn't require them to. So do you require people to accept and approve what it is that you are doing? Well, posture would dictate that you don't, okay? You don't need acceptance and approval. And you don't need to adhere to other people's, questions, advice, suggestions, etc. that's outside of your system. So let me give you some examples, because that might be a little murky for you to understand. A lot of times you will hear uplines and you'll hear different trainers, they say, you want to, be in a hurry, you want to invite people to things, you want to point them to resources and not explain what it is, right? And so some people, they struggle when the other person says, well, what is it, right? And they struggle. They're like, oh, what do I say? Do I stick to my system, or do I break and tell them a little bit? Well, posture will have you stick to your system. And so let me give you an example. So if I'm talking to somebody, my model, and the model that I suggest to people is, be in a hurry, right? Ask a qualifying question, grab their information, and possibly point them to a resource. And so I may say something like, hey, just curious, would you be at all open to a side project if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? And they either say yes or no, or they may even say, what is it? Well, let's just assume they're going to say, what is it? I'm going to say, absolutely, more than happy to share with you what it is. Tell you what, let me grab your information. I got to run to a meeting, and I can follow up with you here in a little bit. Okay. Now, when I talk to them, I'm going to point them to a resource. So let's say at that point, they try to shortcut the resource. So let's say I say, hey, I got this short video, check it out to see if it's a fit for you or not, and here's the link, go watch that, and then let's set up a follow-up time. And if they say something like, well, what is it? Before I watch this video, just tell me what it is. Okay? They're trying to pull you out of posture. And what I'm going to say is, hey, to be honest, I would feel more comfortable if you watch the video to see if it's a fit for you or not, because it may not be. Okay? It may not be a fit. Now, if they keep pressing, my posture kicks in. If they keep pressing, they say, well, tell me what it is. I'll say, tell you what, man, if you're unable to watch the video, it just might not be a fit for you. I got another call coming in. Hey, I'll catch up with you later. I'm going to get out of there, okay? I don't need to attempt to close every single person that I talk to. I just don't need it. And I'll give you another example. There was a guy the other night, he sent me a Facebook message, and he said, hey, tell me all about this marketing system that you use. And I say, sure, absolutely. This video explains it. You just got to enter your name and email. You can watch the video. It explains it. And he responded to me. He said, I get way too much junk mail, so I don't enter my name and email anywhere. Now, how would you respond? I'll tell you how I responded. I said, okay, cool, I understand. That was it. I didn't say, oh no, okay, well here, let me explain it to you. No, because my posture kicks in. I stick to a system. It's what allows me to connect with so many people and not spend way too much time on someone who's already kind of being a pain in the butt. You see, if you focus in on people who are pains in the butt, you're going to create a team of pain in the butts. We don't want that. We want people that are a joy to be around. We want people that are cool. We want people that are going to, go through the system as the system is designed, because that's also how they're going to tell their prospects about how to build the business. So I hope that this helps you in your posturing efforts. I hope it helps you when you're talking to more people. Stick to the system. Be postured. Don't let them push you around, and you're going to be getting more results in your network marketing opportunity. And so if you are inside of network marketing and you're looking for places to locate people to talk to, feel free to visit rayhigdon.com, enter your name and email, and you'll get my 29 sources of network marketing leads for absolutely free. I know you're going to love it. It's on audio. You can listen to it whenever, and I know you'll like it. So I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.
So is that not cool or what? Oops, I got to make it stop, don't I? Okay, sorry about that. Kind of like that music, though. Let me stop sharing. Could you guys all hear that okay? Yeah? Nods? Yeah? Hi, me, I love that smile. Okay, great. Yeah, Ray Higdon is pretty awesome. I agree, Rhonda, thank you. Posture was something very difficult for me. Can anybody relate to that? You know, when we start to share something, and I know with Unlimited Profits and now Life Mechanics University, until I had the belief that it really had value, I was sharing with people because I knew it had value, but I didn't know that it had value for me. Can any of you relate to that? So until we realize it has value for ourselves, until we're going through it and we start to see the changes for ourselves, our own personal growth, then we're really not going to be able to share with people with confidence. And I think that's what it boils down to. What if they ask me how much money I make? I know Robert was talking about that question the other day. What if they ask me how much money I make? What if they ask you how much money you make? I know I was terrified of that question in the beginning. But then I had to realize it wasn't about how much money I was making. See, I'm a student. I am a student of LMU. I am learning from Professor Robert Hollis, Professor Bill Ebert, Robert Hollis Jr. I'm learning from these instructors, these mentors who are teaching me. So it's not about what I know. It's not about what success I've had. It's about who I'm learning from and the possibilities of taking that knowledge and applying it to my life, to my business. You guys all understand that? Scott, I know we really haven't talked about what we were going to talk about today, so this is kind of all on the fly, but I would like for you to come out and maybe tell me about how you got that belief and how you built that confidence.
The way I got that confidence was through the training, through the mentorship program, and when I went through it, that's when I started believing it. And that's when I didn't start caring about if they tell me no or not. So the second that that's what happened.
Right, and Doug, what about you?
Yeah, lately I've been able to use that fear of loss and tell somebody, yeah, you're my friend and everything, but maybe this just isn't going to be a fit for you. So, yeah, it was the first time I got to use it, and it boomeranged right back on him, and he goes, oh, well, I need to be in then, you know, you're in, I need to be in. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it is, and really, you know, when we're new, we're building, and especially if you're here because you're focused on making money. If you're here and you're focused on increasing your income, I'll tell you that's going to be the hardest thing to do. If you're just focused on working on you and getting the knowledge, making the changes in the way that you're thinking in your mindset, that's when it all starts to happen. That's when it clicks. So I want you guys to just continue going through that training. Take the notes and apply the information. I know I say the same things over and over and over, but people, I had a couple of messages today from people who say, well, Kate, tell me what you really do. That's really what I do. I mean, Doug sees what I do. I'm playing the training all of the time. I'm constantly trying to feed my mind, like we were talking last week with Robert Hollis Jr., with that silly topic, nutrition. I'm constantly trying to feed my mind. That changes my mindset and puts me in that mentality that I don't care if somebody sees value in what I have to offer. All I care about is I share it with as many people as possible, because there's plenty of people that want it. There's plenty of people. And it doesn't matter if, you know, you share it with 10 people and they say no. Okay, you share it with 50 people, you share it with 100 people and they all say no, then we need to figure out what you're saying, what you're doing. So Scott, why don't you come back out, and you and I were talking earlier about saying too much.
Yeah, I think that posture helps what did he say? Helps you stick to the systems good, because if you're saying too much to people, they're not going to go look at the information. If you're telling them all about it, they're not going to go look at the information. What do they have to look forward to? That's what I think. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest thing, not saying too much and just pointing to the expert, because Robert's the one that's going to teach them, guys. All you have to do is be friendly to them, be their friend, and give them something and listen to them so they know that you care. And once you do that, then they'll look at the information when you give them the link. So.
Absolutely correct. And you know, like we always say and we always hear, people don't care how much you know until they know that you care. But one of the greatest things that I just got, it was like an epiphany that happened with me, was, and I mentioned it on the Q&A yesterday with Robert Hollis Jr., I don't necessarily want to work with everybody. I don't share with everybody I talk to. I get to know them. Yeah, I want to help people. I want to give them, I'll give them maybe a video or the movie The Secret, or maybe the audios of Science of Getting Rich that I know is going to help them. But I don't necessarily want to work with everybody. And like what Ray was saying, you know, there are some people that just will not go through the system themselves. Scott and I, to be perfectly honest, we never had a game plan. Nobody ever did a game plan for us. You know what we did? What did we do, Scott?
We talked to a lot of people.
We just watched the videos and we put it into action. We started to share. Doug, did you ever have a game plan?
No. Just went to work.
See, that's what it's all about. It's all right there for us. If you're not having success, I want you to honestly ask yourself, how much time am I putting into me? How much time am I investing into myself, into yourself? Because if you're not investing time into yourself to grow, really, if everything else comes up and everything else takes priority, your why is not big enough. And you're never going to achieve it. I'm sorry. One of the things I love about Robert the most is that he doesn't sugarcoat things for me. He doesn't. He tells me straight up the way it is. Melody, why are you doing it that way? Melody, did I do that? Melody, where did you get that? How do you know that? See, if I had a mentor that was going to just pat me on the back and tell me I was doing a great job all the time and not correct me in the areas where I need to be corrected, what good is that? I can hire a yes man. I got Doug. So, but I want that growth. I want to be able to achieve more than I'm achieving now. I want to continue growing my income. I want to continue helping other people. So I'm going to continue investing in myself, because the more I invest in myself, the more I have to give. The more people I talk to, and that's another question, guys. Whatever your company is that you're trying to grow, how many people are you really talking to? Do you really want your why to happen? Do you really want to achieve it? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to get the results that Robert Hollis got? Because if you're just playing here, you can't send me those messages saying, I'm not getting results, I'm not making any money. You can't. How much are you investing in yourself? Is it time to get serious? I mean, I know we all have things in our life. Every single one of us. We all have people that die in our life. We all have people that are ill. We all have things, distractions. Maybe the kids get hurt. Maybe the plumbing breaks down. Something is always going to happen. But you're not going to hear me You're not going to hear Scott complain about it. You don't even know what's going on in our lives. Do you ever hear Robert say, "Oh, well, you know, the toilet backed up today. I can't do a Periscope"? I know there are things that always happen in our life, but we have to learn to prioritize. And in order to do that, and to get the posture that we need, to get rid of those limiting beliefs that are keeping us fearful from even sharing with people, you got to go through the training. Then when you get that posture right, stop being a slouch. Stop verbally vomiting on people. Just point to the video. Point to that short video. If it's not Unlimited Profits, if it's another company that you're building, point to the video. Let the video do the speaking. Don't get sucked into those questions. You're going to lose every time. Because you know what? People do what you do. People will do what you do. If you're sharing with somebody and you're going off about this and that, but the compensation plan, and then there's check matches, and then this and that, they're going to look at you like you're a lunatic and say, well, I don't want to do that. Right, Scott? So, and another thing I wanted to touch on today too is really qualifying your people that you're sharing with. I know it's really easy to share with somebody who we feel like we know more. We're more successful than them. So we kind of like go 2 steps down to share with people. It doesn't matter what we're sharing. As long as we feel like we're a little more successful than them, it's a little easier to share. But what if we were to reach up to the people that were more successful than us? How much better would your business grow? See, because it's not about what we know, it's just pointing to that video of an expert, right? So it doesn't matter what we know. It doesn't matter how much we don't know. Doug, do you want to add anything to that?
No, that's pretty much yeah, correct. Robert teaches us that over and over again, point and you results you do the same thing he does.
Right. That's right. If we just do what Robert does, duplicate what works, pointing to the system, then that's what's going to get us results. If we're out there being the deal, our pay is going to be like this, or none.
Just got to keep the excitement up.
Right, right. Does anybody have any questions? We've got a few minutes left. Anything they want to add?
Yeah, it's me, Melanie.
Hi, Amy.
How you doing? Okay, a posture is the balance that you have to create for yourself. It's strength, confidence, and sharing value. If it's off balance, you're always gonna be off balance. So you have to train those those three things to get balance. If you don't have it, you're not gonna succeed. And that's all.
That's right. That's right. We need to find that balance for ourselves. And the way to get that confidence, the way to get that, to build the self-esteem, and just to get to where you feel like you know that you know that you know, you have gold. But you got to know it. You've got to know it. And the only way to get it is to go through that training. And seriously, if you did a game plan with Scott or I, if we've done a game plan for you and you told us your why, and you haven't written it down, you haven't put it where you could see it, you're not looking at it every day, and it has no emotional attachment to it, you're not going to have the drive. Not going to have the drive. If you're not achieving it, and it's been 60, 90 days, guys, rethink, reevaluate your actions, reevaluate what you're doing, what your daily activity is. Are you doing diamond making activities? Scott, will you share with us what diamond making activities are?
Diamond activities are Robert Hollis's program, going through it more than one time, talking to people every single day, brand new people. And guys, I only do minimum is 20 people, and that's new a day. So if you're not talking more than that, I really highly suggest it, because I'm sending messages out, oh my gosh, hundreds a day, hundreds. So if you guys are getting no's from a couple of people, you want to switch jobs here and take and talk about how many people I talk to. Jeez, we can do that. I wish I can hire another me. That's all I can say. So that's basically what I'm doing. Those are my diamond making activities: working on myself, watching the science, listening to Science of Getting Rich. I've just recently started doing that every day. You know, doing my grateful list and things like that, and just going out there every day talking to brand new people. So you can't just wait for one people to say I'm going to go pro. And like Melody was saying, we get to choose who we work with. So I've told a couple of people that I will not work with them. I will not work with you. I'm sorry. And if you want their names, I can go ahead and private message me. Go ahead, worth a shot if you want. But anyways, that's just, yeah. Back to you, Melody.
That's excellent. No, we need to give them to somebody on somebody else's team.
So, that's even a better one. It's like, oh, here you go.
Yeah. So, guys, you know, just really all I can do is encourage you to evaluate yourself. Evaluate why you're doing this, or why are you going through the personal development? Why are you learning from Robert? What do you look to achieve from it? And then if you're not achieving it, evaluate the time you're putting into it. And if you think you don't have time, I promise you, you and I, we need to get on a hangout like this, and I'm going to show you where you have that time. I promise you have time to make a difference in your future and the future of your family. You have time to work on yourself. Because if you don't, then you're never going to get anything different than what you've got right now. You're just not. Would anybody else like to say anything? There's my doggy. Please, somebody come out and talk. Lisa, Daphne, BJ.
Sounds like Daisy wants to talk.
Oops. Okay, guys. Well,
I think that Daisy wants to be a pro.
Daisy is a pro. She listens to Robert just as much as I do. Yeah, we should put her to work here. If we could just get her some opposable thumbs, we could get her, you know, get her busy here. Anyways, okay, that's it for today. I love each and every one of you. I really want you to know that we are here to help you. And the only reason I share things on these team calls, I was thinking, in the middle of the night, I was thinking, I remember my mom telling me, I want you to learn from my mistakes. I don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. That's how I feel about you guys. You're my family. I want to see you all succeed. And I love you too. And so if I can teach you some of the things that where I struggled and what I found to help me get that balance that Jaime was sharing, I want to share that with you. I don't want you to do it wrong. I don't want you to go through all the hard times. I want you to succeed faster rather than slower. So we're all here to support you. Reach out to one another. That's what this team is all about. We are a family. I really believe that. And remember, tonight is the pro show, so make sure you check your email. Really excited. If you guys are not getting all Robert's periscopes that he's putting out there, you're handicapping yourself. If you're not getting the success that you're looking to get, if I were you, I'd be asking a multimillionaire who is documented to created other millionaires what it is you need to do to get the results that you want. So be on those Q&As, get on the live link, ask a question. It doesn't do any good just to watch. You want results? Ask the man himself what you need. Love you too, Daphne. Love each and every one of you. I'll see you all on the Q&A and the pro show. Bye, everyone. See you when we see ya.